So this is time for the meditation. So we're all gathering here at this time to practice meditation. So sitting comfortably, bringing your mind to the moment here and now, aware of a sitting body, sitting upright, and leaving all your responsibilities aside. And with intention to practice meditation, consciously making a decision that throughout this time, diligently we'll be practicing, aware of the breath, aware of the feelings, aware of the way the mind is, understanding that anything that arises are subject to change, and nature of arising is nature of ceasing too. Mindfulness meditation is to remember the fact that everything must change. And remembering to be mindful of every object that arises. In the sitting practice, we are aware of the sensations, we are aware of the breath incoming, outgoing, or any function that takes place due to the breath coming in and going out. That causes the rising and falling of the body, the abdomen. Basically, using those objects to settle down and aware of those activities within the body as it takes place. And it's much helpful and can gain concentration or a samadhi quite fast and quite longer period of the time. But the practice of a meditation is not just a sitting and practicing and being mindful of what's going on in our body as a breath as the main object. Although it is essential, but the rest of other days, other times of the day needs to be mindful too. Starting from a very minor activities that we perform. How much mindful are we? How much careful we are when we are taking these activities. Performing even the small activities, whether we are wearing the robes, wearing the clothes, wearing the shoes, even walking, whatever we are doing, we need to be mindful of that. And that is again more helpful to understand the things as they truly are. Oftentimes we neglect being mindful of what we are doing, walking mindlessly, thinking of the objects or the plan, or thinking about something that we have planned and forgetting the moment here and now what you are doing. small activities, if you can perform with a mindfulness, then you will be able to see that how important those little incidents to help us to be able to recognize the different emotions that takes place. Because the kilesas will never tell you that when it will come. Maras never tell you that this time or at that time I will come. It can come at any time, any moment. When we are walking, when we are talking, when we are performing any activities. So being mindful of every action that one is performing will help to close the doors or an opportunity to the maras to come and invade. And with that, we will be able to see even the small things that is imperfect and want to make it perfect. Becoming mindful of surroundings, mindful of people around, mindful of all the other things. A feeling of a part of it rather than beyond the community. And with this mindfulness, you will be creating a harmony in the family, in the community. Overcoming all the boundaries, all the feelings, pleasurable and unpleasurable things. And rather than thinking that is not my responsibilities, and you will be taking every possible ways to make it better at home, at work, in the community. So that's a practice of a mindfulness meditation, is to develop this sense of awareness in every walks of life. It's easy to see the big jobs been done, but the details of it takes a lot of time, and the small things that again very unnoticeable works. And if we can be mindful of like that, unnoticeably making it as a habit patterns, ability to be mindful of small bit of things, small acts, the way we act, the way we speak, and even the thinking. If we can be mindful, and gradually the strength of the faith and the confidence develops. The effort to practice will increase, a mindfulness will develop, samadhi becomes stronger, and wisdom will bear out of it. And nevertheless, the sitting practice is essential, which we need to make it as a habit. and performing regularly, regardless of the time, how long. Because sitting meditation, during the sitting practice, are very limited objects to play with due to the senses are closed, particularly the eyes, and less physical activities, and limits the sensual contact with outside world, and mostly working with the mind itself, with the help of the breath or the feelings. And we use the breath or the feeling as the base to train this mind, to tame this mind, by observing the breath and the feelings as they are. So incoming breath and outgoing breath, being mindful of that incoming and outgoing breath by feeling it, not by thinking. As breathe in and breathe out, experiencing the entire body, how it works, how it functions. And mindful of that, without having any objections, any attachments, any judgments, but being mindful as they are, and let it be. Having a clear understanding that everything that we observe are subject to change and it will vanish. A new form creates, and aware of that. And always able to be standing on the base, the breath, the related objects that you have used as a primary object. So incoming breath and outgoing breath, and aware of all the phenomena as they occur. So continue practicing until you hear the gong. we will practice the loving kindness meditation. So bring your attention to the body, awareness of any sensations in the body. Now bring that awareness to your hands, and aware of sensations in your hand. And bring that attention to your heart, beating heart, and generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace, may I be free from ill will, may I be free from hostility, may I be free from anxiety, may I be able to maintain my happiness, may I be liberated, similarly sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, starting from near dear one, parents, husband or wife, children, family, friends and relatives, and all other sentient beings. Whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings, in this room, in this city, in this country, on earth, in the universe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free from suffering. May they be free from ill will, free from anxiety, free from hostility. May they be able to maintain their happiness. May they be liberated. So bring your attention back to hands, aware of sensations in your hands, and to your body. And as you hear the gong slowly coming out, and reflect for a moment. Pay respect to the Buddha.